I'm Ken, and today I'm going to show you how to do an absolutely simple and fantastic recipe for shrimp Saganaki. Shrimp Saganaki is a traditional dish served throughout Greece, and basically it's shrimp, tomato sauce with a little bit of feta crumbled on top and a whole lot of deliciousness. Now, you may have heard that people have gone to Greek restaurants outside of Greece and they've served what they call Saganaki, and it's basically like the cheese and they kind of throw some alcohol on it and then they light it on fire. Yeah, that's not really a Greek thing, but it's more of an attraction, if you will. That's more like, oh my God, Wendell, look at that. That's the kind of thing it is. This is so simple and so delicious. And let's face it, Greeks don't light shit on fire. When it comes to fire, they light a fire to light a fire. That's what they do. And basically it's to cook something on it. There's nothing else that, for effect. Greeks don't do that. So, having said that, let's get the show on the road. Very simply, using our ingredients that we have, or a few common ingredients. This you can make anytime, and it literally takes like 20 minutes to do from start to finish. So, to get us going, first things first, preheat our oven, 450 degrees Fahrenheit or about 220 degrees Celsius. And that's basically because we want to go in there hot and fast. This isn't really cooking in the oven, it's more so to get the feta on top melted and gooey and bubbly. So to get us started, I'm just going to fire up my pan here. I'm using a cast iron skillet in this case, but you can use whatever you have as long as you can go from basically stovetop to oven without actually interrupting the dish. So I'm just going to juice that up a little bit, and basically what we're going to do is add about 3, 4, 5 tablespoons of Greek extra virgin olive oil to this, and basically the olive oil here will serve as lube to kind of saute our onions. You're going to take one onion, very simply, and just slice it up. You don't need mad ninja skills for this. Just slice it up. You can even chop it. Why? It's like, there's no need for that. Keep it simple. So slice up your onion. So in goes our onion to our pan. Next, I'm going to take a couple of cloves of garlic and just slice them up. You don't have to get them too fine. It really doesn't matter for this recipe. So perfect. Our garlic will go in there as well. And just give that a quick little stir around. The beauty about sauteing garlic and onions, the second that they hit the oil or your hot pan, boom, you got instant aroma and instant flavor. So now the next part of this is adding a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. I will tell you, in most of my recipes, when I basically use feta or any kind of cheese that adds to the brininess or saltiness of this, I don't add salt. That's a total preference of yours. So if you want to use it, go ahead. It's your blood pressure. So now our onions are working with our garlic. The next part of this is the actual Saganaki part, or the alcohol part. Now in this, ouzo. Traditionally, the recipe calls for about a quarter cup of ouzo. Right. Here, we're going to add about a cup or so. Ouzo is flavor, believe me. So now that our ouzo's in there, we let the alcohol burn off for a couple, 3 minutes and take it from there. That's it, right there. The next part of this, I'm going to take 28 ounces of crushed tomatoes, and they're going to go in there just like that, and just gently stir them around. That's perfect. Now to this, I usually like to add about a pinch of sugar just to cut the acidity from the tomatoes. Nothing worse than having a beautiful meal and it all of a sudden comes up right here. That's not good. So just use a little bit of sugar, maybe a pinch or two, and that should take care of the acidity without taking away the flavor. So now that's happening there. The next part is the star of our show. I'm using these beautiful rock shrimp. They're a little bit on the bigger side, which is fine. Use uncooked shrimp. For the love of Pete, don't use those shrimp that are, frozen and pre-cooked. Those are either, like cocktail or bait. So these basically, we take them and with the shell on, we just place them around our pan, just like that. Kind of embed them a little bit in our sauce and just get them flat in one layer. So you should have like one even layer of shrimp throughout your pan, and that's exactly what we want. And for these kind of dishes, I prefer using shrimp with the shell on. It's a little more interesting when it comes time to eat, but the flavor is actually unbelievable. So I'm just gonna throw these shrimp in there, just like that. The next part of this is feta. This part here, I'm using about 150 plus grams of feta, and this is what's going to give us our brininess. And what we're going to do is very simply just crumble our feta over this. Big chunks, little chunks, it really doesn't matter. This is like the money maker right here. And just take your feta, and you want like an even layer over this, because what's going to wind up happening as you put it into our oven, remember it's going into a fairly hot oven, 450 degrees. This will melt, bubble, blister, and become all kinds of good. So there's this here like that, and that's perfect. Spread that around. I'm gonna have to wash my hands, and I'll be right back. So now our feta is in, my hands are washed, little Greek dried oregano, just for that little kiss of flavor. And that's all you need. A little bit goes a long way. You're basically looking at maybe a teaspoon for this whole thing. And lastly, just maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons of our amazing Greek extra virgin olive oil, like there's any other kind. And that's it, my friends. That's it for this dish for shrimp saganaki at this point. What I'm going to do now is pop it in our oven, 450 degrees, for about 15-20 minutes, or until the feta on top here becomes all melted, bubbly, and blistered. Alrighty then. This is it. This is it. My God. Our shrimp saganaki is ready. It's literally right out of the oven. It's been about 15 minutes. And you can see here it's still bubbling and oozing. Our feta has completely melted. It's just, oh God. Right now I'm not even gonna try this. Sadly, I really am not, but let me grab a fork and I'll show you what I'm talking about when it comes to how this thing turned out. The feta is all just melted apart. Our shrimp, oh my God. Now, I'll tell you, at this point here, you have options. And your options are, basically, number 1, serve it like this as an appetizer or mezze. Number 2, mix a little bit of pasta. Long pasta in this would be absolutely fantastic. Literally. Put it in there, toss it up, serve it, ready to go. Option 3, rice. Do a beautiful and simple rice pilaf. Nothing else. No fancy stuff in it, nothing complicated. Straight rice, whatever you choose. Whether it be long grain white, basmati, doesn't matter, brown, wild, whatever. This is the absolute epitome of one of my favorite dishes. This is it. So simple to make, and literally in under half an hour. So that's it for this episode of Shrimp Saganaki, and I hope you enjoyed it. I had a blast making it. I'm going to enjoy eating it even more. Very simple to make. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, share this because this is so easy. This will make you friends. Like, that's how good this is. Fellas, you make this for your ladies, you'll be thinking of me. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Again, I'm Ken, the Lazy Gourmet. Bye for now.